Okay. Okay. Yeah, that doesn't look too bad. That looks pretty decent. Okay, so my girlfriend and I the other night were having this conversation, and somehow the topic of sexual assault came up. And I said to her, well, I was raped when I was 19. And she's like, what? Like, she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, when I was 19 years old, I was raped. And she's like, what the fuck? Like, are you for real? And I'm like, yeah, but I liked it. And she's like, what? And I'm like, yeah, I didn't mind it, like it was kind of, I kind of enjoyed it. And I said, well, look, here's what happened, okay? So I'm 19 years old, I'm in college, and after college, we used to go to a bar, and there's this woman there, and she's in college too, in the same class. She's around 35, and we get talking, and she invites me back to her place. So I go back to her place. She gives me something to drink, and literally the second I drank this is a true story, I would not fuck around. The second I drank this, I forget what it was. It was beer or whiskey. My body started to heat up and I started to get dizzy. So she said, come in and lie down on a bed. So I went in and I just had the uncontrollable desire to take all my clothes off because I was like burning up, And I got under the blankets and it was really nice. It was cool. And then I went unconscious, okay? Sometime later I woke up and she was raping me, right? She was on top of me and she was raping me. And I remember thinking, I was passing in and out of consciousness. And I remember thinking, damn, I wish I could be awake for this. And I just passed out again. And my girlfriend got mad. She's like, what the fuck are you laughing at? And I said, well, hang on. The story gets even worse, okay? But I never saw her again after that. But I saw her in college. And then about a year later, a friend of mine, I won't mention his name, he told me something. And he started to tell me, he said, can I tell you something? You want to confess something? He started to tell the story, and it was about the same woman. And I'm like, hang on a second. And I stopped him halfway through because he was getting to the part where he took the same thing. He took a drink in her apartment, okay? And I said, did she rape you? And he was like, yeah. And I said, she did the same to me. She raped me. And he was really upset. And he said he got mad at her when he woke up. And, he like stormed out her apartment. And as he was telling me, he started crying. Like he was really damaged by this thing. Really upset. But me, I didn't mind it. You know what I mean? I thought, and my girlfriend saying like, what are you talking about? You didn't mind it. You were raped. She raped you. And I'm like, yeah, but it was kind of, you know what I mean? Like, I wasn't there. Like, I wasn't awake for it. So in my mind, I'm kind of like, well, rape away. I mean, have some fun, You might as well. My only problem is I wasn't awake for it because I think I would have enjoyed it. It's like falling asleep during a really good movie and you wake up and you go, damn, I missed that movie. And my girlfriend's freaking out. She's going, no, dude, you're seeing this the entire wrong way. She raped you. You're like a victim of sexual assault. Whether you want to admit it or not, you were sexually assaulted by this woman. This is a terrible thing. I'm like, yeah, but is it sexual assault? If you kind of like don't mind. She's like, yes, it's sexual assault, regardless of your idiotic fucking view of it. It's sexual assault. She took advantage. She drugged you and then she raped you. That's sexual assault. And I'm like, my girlfriend's getting mad. And I'm like, oh, okay, hang on a second, okay? I said to her, not to change the subject, but how many times a week do you go shopping? Grocery shopping. And my girlfriend's like, what? I'm like, how many times a week do you go grocery shopping? This is important. And my girlfriend's like, what the fuck are you It's important. How many times a week do you go grocery shopping? And she's like, probably once. And I say, do you go to the same grocery store? And she'll go, Yeah. And I'm like, well, okay, well, here, something happened to me, right? And it pissed me off. This is a true story, okay? I go grocery shopping probably 2 or 3 times a week at the same grocery store, okay? Because I like fresh bread and I like fresh vegetables and I like things that are like, you know what I mean? I like fresh things. And every time I go into this grocery store, people look at me like, oh, he's here again. And my girlfriend's like, what? I'm like, the people that work there, they look at me and they go, oh, he's here again, okay? Here he is. He's here again. And I'm like, I thought I was imagining it, you know? Like I'd walk in and the staff would be talking and they go, oh, here he is. And he can kind of almost mouth read, like, here he is. And I'm like, what the maybe I'm paranoid, maybe I'm imagining this, but something happened to me the other day, okay? This is a true story. I'm walking out of this grocery store, okay? And a guy who works there pushes carts. He's pushing a cart by me, and I'm about to say hello to him. And he does this, right? He goes by me real quick, and then he looks at me, and he goes, you shop here way too much. And then goes right by me. What the fuck? I'm like, what the fuck? Did he just say that to me? Yes. He said that. He goes like this, look, shh. And I'm like, hey. He goes, you shop here way too much. Oh, I'm sorry. Is there like a number? Is there like a special number of days I'm supposed to shop? I'm like, can you fucking believe that, man? And she's like, so you're pissed off about some guy telling you at a store that you shop there too much, but you're not pissed off about getting raped? I'm like, and she's like, what the fuck is wrong with you, man? And I'm like, well, I kind of enjoyed the rape, but I did not enjoy this. Like, I'm like, who tells it? Who isn't that the weirdest thing in the world? That's been bugging me for fucking weeks. Why would anybody say to somebody who at a store, like if there's a customer comes into your store a couple of times a week, you'd walk up to him and you would say, well, you shop here way too much. What the fuck? Yeah, it's a grocery. I actually almost stopped and said to him, well, it's it's a grocery store and I'm European and I like fresh bread. And I'm like, what the fuck am I explaining to a cart guy why I have to shop at this fucking store? Get the fuck out of here. Get out of here, you fucking... I enjoyed being raped.